Hello. Yeah. Hi everyone. So hope your BITSAT went well. So today's agenda is that we'll be discussing about how will you give the preference options for BITSAT while taking admission. What should be the order of the priority of the campuses, and what should be the order of the priority of the branches that you're going to choose, depending upon the score that you have got, and what are the advantages of dual degrees if you take. So what will be the best combination in the dual degrees? So let's say like MSc Maths plus Computer Science or MSc Economics plus Computer Science. So these are the things that we are going to discuss. So we are just waiting for people to join. So once they join and they have the questions, we can start the session. So what you can do is there's a Q&A section here. So you can put your questions into the Q&A, and we will start answering your answers from there, answering your questions from there. So let's start with the cutoffs first. So the minimum cutoff that the which has got is that it is 160 for B Pharmacy in Hyderabad campus. There is no pharmacy in Goa campus, and in Pilani campus it's the same again, 160. These are the last year cutoffs, 2014. And the highest is for the computer science, obviously, in Pilani campus, which is 375. So if you're not able to find the Q&A section, you can put your questions onto our Facebook event or Facebook page, or you can you can ask your questions on our on the Google Play page that you are looking at. Okay, so we are still waiting for the users. So let me start with dual degrees. So basically, bit structure has got BITS basically provides two types of graduations. One is BE Honors and one is MSc Honors. So BE Honors is a 4-year course in which you choose a particular discipline and you study that discipline. For the first year and the second year in BE Honors, till your second year first semester, you'll be having most of the courses common with the other disciplines. So let's say if you are in civil or in computer science or in electronics, for 1.5 year you're going to have all of your courses same. So you'll be going and attending classes with remaining branch students. So let's say so the subjects will be like, you'll have physics, chemistry, mathematics, and you have English, and you'll have biology. Subjects like this will be there, and there will be subjects like probability, which every engineering branch needs, and there will be subjects like mechanics of solids, or subjects like these which will be required in all engineering fields. So these are the common subjects in BE Honors, and even MSc students, they need these common subjects. So if you are coming to MSc Honors, so it's a 5-year course in which you'll be taking two active courses. So let's say two degrees. One is BE Honors and one is MSc Economics. year difference. It's given. So one is the MSc you got. Depending upon your GPA, you can apply for other BE Ons degrees. So let's say your GPA is around 9.5 or 9. You can apply for computer science and you can apply for electronics. So you'll give preference order again the same way that you are giving preference order for admission for BITS. So you'll give the preference orders for BE and they run it throughout the campuses and degree. So let's say if you are in MSc Economics, you can take computer science as your secondary degree. So in your third year, you'll be doing your base degree courses, and in your fourth year, you'll be doing your secondary degree courses. Let's say if you got computer science, that you'll be doing courses in fourth year along with your juniors. So okay, so why is that the course is 5 years? So what will be doing in your fifth year? Most of the times in fifth year, you'll be going out for practice school the entire fifth year. So you'll be going out and working in a company actually for the industrial exposure. So coming to industrial exposure, there are two opportunities in which where you get actual industrial exposure. One is after your second year, and one is in your fourth year. If you are a BE on student, BE honors students, it will be for 6 months internship. So you can choose in which semester you want to go to, either in fourth year first semester or in fourth year second semester if you are BE honors students. If you are a MSc honors students, so you'll be going for your practice school in your fifth year, and you'll be going for your practice school on at the end of the second year in your summer vacation, during your summer vacation. So both of these are compulsory and they carry certain marks. So you can say that they carry certain weightage to your GPA. So both of them are 20. So the second one is 20 credit course, and the first summer internship is a 5 credit course. So if you have any questions, you can put your questions in the Q&A section, or you can post the questions on our Facebook page or the event page anywhere. We'll just go there and we'll answer your questions. So there is one question on the page. Hello, I got 295 in BITS exam and want to take a dual degree Eco plus computer science in any of the BITS campuses, but want to know which campus would be allotted and is placement there good or not. Also, it is more tougher for dual degree students than single BTech degree students. Okay, so let's start with your first question. So you have got 295, right? So according to 295, you'll be getting either MSc Economics or MSc Mathematics. You might also get Physics depending upon the competition that is there this year. So these will be the three most probable branches that you'll end up. So these should be in each campus, and these should be your first preferences for the branches that you choose. So let's say in Hyderabad campus. Hyderabad. So if you want to choose between Hyderabad and Pilani campuses, so the most probable place where you'll definitely get this one is Hyderabad, and next is Goa, and next is Pilani. So that should be the order of your preferences. And coming to the second question that you have, in any of the BITS campuses, but want to know which campus would be allotted and placement there is good or not. So if you're taking MSc Economics, placement is almost the same in all the three campuses, because the same companies for economics, 70 to 80% of the companies visit all the three campuses, so placement should not be a problem. And so if you are taking MSc Economics and if your GPA is good at the end of first year, so the best option to choose is MSc Economics plus Computer Science. So that is supposed to be the best combination, the first best combination. Second one is MSc Math and Computer Science. These are the two best combinations that are there, that are possible. Next one, is it more tougher for a dual degree student than a single BTech student? I don't think so, because all of the courses that a dual degree student does, the same courses are done by uh, normal single BTech degree students. It's not BTech, it is BE honors students. So it is not tougher. It is the same for everyone. The course is the same. The MSc Economics student and a civil engineering student will sit in the same class for the first 1.5 year. So let's say there is a workshop. There is a workshop course. You'll be sitting in the same course, and let's say you are doing maths course. You'll be sitting in the same course. After that, you'll be divided according to your disciplines, and you'll be attending only those courses which are specific to your discipline. So let's say in your third year, you'll be doing your MSc Economics courses, and in sorry, in your third year, you'll be doing MSc Economics courses, and in your fourth year, you'll be doing computer science courses with the along with the BTech students who are 1 year junior to you, because they will be doing computer science at that point of time. So you will go and join their classes, basically. So let's say operating systems, if it is going on, then so you'll go and join the classes along with your juniors who are 1 year junior to you. So let me go back to the questions that are there in BITS 2015 group. So I'll start answering few of them. So one question is by Pulkit Garg. He's asking, can anyone please compare Pilani CS and Goa CS in both study and placements? Has Goa CS become equally good, or there's still a difference? So coming to the computer science courses, computer science. So the staff that is there, first is considered to be the Pilani, next is Hyderabad, next is Goa. So this is when I was there on the campus, because when Hyderabad campus started, a few of the staff from Pilani, the good staff from Pilani, they came to Hyderabad campus, and so let's say 50, it got divided 50-50%. So it is equally it is equally rated, Pilani campus, Hyderabad campus, and after that I would go and choose Goa computer science. And regarding placements, so as I've already explained, placements are equal in both of the campuses. 70% of the companies which come to Pilani come to Hyderabad campus also. There might be few companies which are stringent about only Pilani campus, but that should not matter. So if you want to apply for those companies, you can apply for the remaining companies offline as well. And a lot of my friends who applied offline, they also did really get good jobs there. Do BITS Pilani students go for internships abroad like IITs? Yeah. So there is a practice school program, right? So at the end of your so you'll be doing practice school program at the end of your second year and in your final year. So if you are a BE honors student, you'll be doing it in your 4-1, which is fourth year first semester, or you'll be doing it in your 4-2, which is fourth year second semester. If you are a dual degree student, you will be doing it for 1 year in your fifth year. So the companies, there are few companies which are international. So let's say DreamWorks. One of my friend, he went to DreamWorks Animation for his practice school for 1 year to US, and then he got selected there. And afterwards, he came back to India, and he's working in Bangalore right now in DreamWorks itself. So one is DreamWorks. So there are a few other companies which come and take people abroad. Other company was that EMC Square. Few people go there as well. EMC has got its Epic Solutions is one which take people from which, and they get internship opportunities in US. So there are quite a few companies, and you can also, so let's say if you are interested in a certain company, and if that company is also interested in you, you can ask the placement division, or the, so not the placement division, the practice school division, and get you allotted for that particular company to do the internship there. But the deal is that company should not just be taking only you, it should also be able to take two or at least four or five students from any of the campuses. So the company should make a commitment of giving four or five students, and after that you can get that company. You can get into if your first preference is the same company, and you have added that company to the practice school list, then you will definitely get into that company. Otherwise, depending upon your GPA, you will be allocated depending upon your GPA and the preference order that you give for practice school. You'll be allocated according to that. So let's get to the next question. So there are few questions like, I got this particular amount, this particular score. Can I get computer science at Goa campus, or I got 334? Can I get in Triple E in Pilani? So the questions like these. So what you need to do is before getting to the question like these, first look at the cutoffs of the previous year. So for example, let's say your score is 334, right? So 334. You might be able to get into electronics and instrumentation. The last year's cutoff is 340. So you need to look at the range of plus 10 and minus 10. So these are the most probable branches that you will be able to get in. So let's say your score is 334. So all the branches with the cutoff of 344 and 324. So this is the range that you will lie in, and these should be your first preference orders, because preference order is according to your preference also, not just the score. So let's say your friend gave so let's say you got a score of 364, and your friend gave computer science as his first preference, and your score is 370, and your first preference is electronics and your second preference is computer science. Then you will be allocated electronics, and your friend will be allocated computer science, whose score is 364, whereas your score is 370. So preference order is, the preference is actually given according to the preference order as well as your score. So let's say if two people's preferences are same, then they compare the score, who has got the highest score. And even if you got the same score, then they go and compare each and individual subject score. So let's say two people got the same score, then they will compare mathematics first, physics next, and chemistry next. So they will compare the score. Whoever has got the highest marks in maths, physics, and chemistry, that person is going to get that branch. If that is not possible, if those are also same, then they'll go and check your board examination score, percentage that you have given there, and it is decided accordingly. If also then it is the same, then both of them might be allocated the same branch. Let's go to the next question. So there's one more question out of BTech at the rate IIIT had Allahabad and BITS dual, which would be a better choice. And in case of a dual of economics and maths, which I prefer, considering both the placements and easy to get a CG good enough to get computer science as your dual. Okay, first thing is that irrespective of whether you are in economics or maths, your GPA needs to be good to get into computer science. So your GPA needs to be like more between 9 and 10, or in some cases it might, depending upon your current relative score of your batchmates, it can be 8.5 to 10. That depends upon your current batch and the people who are performing and how the people around you are performing. So if you ask the placements for MSc Economics and Mathematics, so so most of the MSc Economics students and math students, so economics is focused on to economics, right? So there are a lot of analytics companies like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Credit Suisse. All of these companies, they take economic students, and they pay really good for them. They start as a basic business analyst, and they go and become portfolio managers within a year or so. So few of my friends who started as who has economics major and chemical as their minor. So they got into Morgan Stanley, and after that he shifted to different companies, and then he's doing really good. He's doing a portfolio management now. And for even in economics and mathematics, if you're interested into economics, you can get into economics companies, or you can go into a company which is your secondary degree. So let's say your secondary degree is computer science, or your secondary degree is electronics. If you want to get into Intel, you can do that. If you want to get into Nvidia, you can do that as well. So a dual degree is actually a better option than that of BE On's degree, because you have two options, and uh, you get more opportunity to know where your interest actually lies. So anyways, you are given option to choose your second degree after end of first year. So by the end of the first year, you'll be mostly clear what you want to do, and which direction that you want to go forward. So at the end of the first year, you might decide that I want to become a musician. So you can do that in BITS as well. And comparing to the placements, economics and MSc Math. So mathematics, some of the mathematics students, they go into economics background as well. They get opportunities into different economics companies, and most of them, they go and do masters actually, so that they can go forward and do research in mathematics, or do something else in maths. So if someone is really interested into mathematics, and most of the students, they go and settle in their secondary degree, the minor degree, which will be your computer science or electronics, or in anything else that is there. And some students, what it happens is, if let's say you got MSc Economics and your secondary degree is, let's say, computer science, people, so you get so many opportunities in which people are so interested in finding out what they want and what they need, and they spend lots. So let's say that particular person who has got economics and the secondary degree as computer science, if he is really interested into electronics and robotics, so he can do electronics and robotics on campus and get into an electronics company like Nvidia or Intel. So scenarios like that also have happened. Me myself, I'm from civil engineering, and after that I was interested in computer science, and I got into computer science company, and I'm doing coding all the day. So it doesn't really matter after you get into BITS. So it's up to you what you'll choose after getting onto the campus, and you experiment there, and you get to know what is the best way for you, and how do you want to go forward. Let's go to the next question. Next question is, can a senior elaborate on CGPA and on on how hard getting a GPA of 8 for computer science is? My BITSAT score is 296, preferences math, MSc Math at Goa or Hyderabad campus. So as I've already told you, GPA is okay. Uh, it's not really hard to get a GPA of 8 or 9, but it's really hard to get a GPA of 10. But if you ask me whether you'll be able to get into computer science or not with a GPA of 8.8 or 9, that is really difficult to say, because so it's all relative. CGPA is relative, and even the scores that you're going to get, so it becomes relative with the batch that you are in. So let's say the people around you are highly performing, and all of them are getting a GPA of around 8 or 9. Then there is a really high competition there. So it depends upon the batch that you are there. So typically, with three batches that I've seen, it typically ranges between 8.86 to 9.5. So in that range, and if you get that GPA in MSc Math, being in a dual degree, then you have chances of getting into computer science. It's not really hard, but after going into BITS and after joining BITS, what you'll start doing is the way the culture is that you'll start exploring yourself and you'll start understanding what you actually want. So maybe right now you're thinking that, I want to get into computer science. Maybe after first semester you'll try and understand how the different disciplines are, and you might be interested into electronics as well. So that might also happen. So maybe you should be asking this question almost at the end of your first year, to your seniors who are there on campus, before choosing your preferences of which branch do you want to get into. And also the first important decision should be what do you want to do, and how do you want to proceed further. So that should be your first decision. And if you are in a dual degree, it is a kind of compulsion, but you can opt out of dual degree also and make your courses of only 4 years. So let's say you are completely into economics, and you want to do only economics. So you can go and tell BITS administration, basically the ARCD division, academic regulation and counseling division. You can tell them and make your course as 4-year course, courses, and you'll not be taking any of the minor subjects, so that you'll have only 4 years if you're really interested into economics and that is the only thing that you want to do. Next question is, would it be waste for student loving physics and math to take chemistry MSc in dual course due to his score of 314? What effect will it have on placements? So so take placements out of the picture. Placements is a totally different thing. So at the end of 3 years, you'll understand what you actually want to do. So let's say in my case, I decided at the end of my first semester, saying that civil is not something which I'm interested in, computer science is. Then I started doing computer science, studying computer science. I started going and attending their classes, and reading books and solving the assignments that are there. I graduated in civil, but I ended up being a computer science student, right? And I got placed into a company, into the technology company. So placements is a totally different thing. Keep that completely apart. So the course that you're going to choose is not going to affect your placement much, and that is the way BITS is structured. So most of the companies allow all of the students to go and sit for the placement. So let's say there is Morgan Stanley. Most of the students are allowed to go and sit for Morgan Stanley. And there is, so let's say, Epic Solutions. So if you prove your metal, you can go and take tests with the Epic Solutions as well. So that is a placement side. So if you are interested into physics and math, if you want to take chemistry there, if you're really interested into physics and that is what you want to do, so keep your first preference as physics. You'll not uh, no one will be able to help you with 314 and getting into physics there. So keep your first preference as physics, and keep your next preferences as maths and chem. So if physics is available, you'll get into physics. If not, then you'll get into either maths or MSc chemistry. So if you are interested in, so if you're not interested into chemistry, I would say take MSc Physics. So your option should be MSc Physics, Mathematics, and Economics, MSc Eco. And after that, after that, you decide that at the end of first year, you decide that I want computer science, and or I want I want to do electronics, or I want to do mechanical engineering. Then depending upon your GPA, you can give your preferences again at the end of your first year.